streaming. Okay. Wow. Okay. I believe I should now be live on the YouTube, and thank you for anyone that does pop in. It feels like donkey's years since I've done a YouTube video, actually like a YouTube live stream, especially one of these evening ones. I used to pop on quite often in the evenings and have a little chat with you guys that used to watch the channel. So I'm assuming right now I'm probably going to be speaking to nobody, but hey, I thought I'd pop on and do like a little accountability for myself, like an accountability style video, really. And the reason is, as you can tell from the title, I need to get good at eBay. There's no excuses for it, really. I think it's just been holy moly. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Tommy Bernard. Appreciate you popping in, Tommy. There's no need for that. I know you're balling in your shoe money, but this is this this is unnecessary.
OMG, the homie with the big baloney.
How are you? Appreciate it. And hey to Omar as well, who retracted his message, but thank you very much. You know, no one's watching this, so that would have gone to waste. Like, no one even knows this channel exists. You're probably the only person that's left subscribed to it. But yeah, I'm doing this, like I said, from an accountability thing. I'm not going to get into detail, but over the past few months, it's been past few months, I think, for various reasons. I've been like very distracted, doing different things, just trying to get by. It's been obviously pretty rough on the old high street as well. And just been distracted doing different things and whatnot. I'm not going to get into details for it because the whys and wherefores are they're not necessary. The main thing is, all right, the main thing is basically over the past few months I've been distracted and my eBay has just gone, it's like I've regressed, I've gone backwards, I've reverted in and become absolutely awful. And I know now this is where some of you will laugh, like, how is that possible? Because I was one of the worst resellers probably out on YouTube. But no, honestly, even by my standards, like, I'm currently, just to give you an example, sat on a entry store, like the basic store, and I've got less than 50 items listed. I've just completely let it go. I kidded myself as well for a few months where I've managed to get my average sale price up to like 50 odd pounds or whatever, but it's really not been good. I've taken my foot off the gas pedal, as the Americans would say. I've taken my foot off the gas, for various reasons. Like I said, it's kind of irrelevant why, but it's the bottom line is my store eBay has become from like our biggest income stream to one of the worst income streams now. Thankfully, we've got the shop and the website, but even those have not been amazing in the past few months. Beck works, obviously, so that's helped massively. But we need to get eBay back to at least a semblance of what we've had it before. I would say if you've been watching the channel, I mean, there's 11 people in here. Some of you, or probably all of you, have watched the channel for a while and are very, used to me, I suppose. It's not recently, but, you've seen me in the past talk about our eBay for many years. And I think if I was to look back over like our eBay history to date, I would say comfortably the best we've ever been on eBay in terms of consistency in sales, success, etc. is when we were like niched down as like an RC store. And since moving away from that, I think I've just not been great. We've been a bit like, wavy up and down. And I think this is now my accountability video, 26th of June, 2023. I'm going to be accountable and really try to at least get to at least some of what we had previously. And I know it's easily achievable. I'm going to kind of obviously outline a few things I'm going to do. to make it happen. And we'll go from there. But yeah, it's really important that I kind of get good at eBay, as the gamers would say. Antoinette has joined as well. Hi, Antoinette. Nice to see you. Tommy says I'm better now that I heard that super chat. I'm glad I'm glad that you feel that was $10 well spent in today's economic climate. It's much appreciated because I'm not going to say no. Will36 says, "Am I dreaming?" No, you are not dreaming. I am streaming live on YouTube. I used to do this all the time. It should be not a surprise. I used to do it a lot, but then I stopped doing it. And people, I'm only human. And rumor has it Z is even laughing at it. Yeah, honestly, I sometimes look at it and I just think, man, I mean, it's so terrible. It's so bad. Like it is just really, really atrocious. So yeah, I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of and like I said, there's simple steps really. There's nothing about it. There's nothing special to it. I'm so far beyond figuring eBay out, because there's nothing to figure out. Because even in these recent times, basically I've not listed much, but what I have listed has sold. I just need to kind of increase the amount of work that I'm putting into the amount of items I'm getting. So my plan, basically, in order to kind of get things back on the up, and I think this is where this accountability is I need to just list good items that people want at good prices and people buy, because they've been doing that. I've been selling. It's not like I've not sold anything, but compared to before, it's not been good. I've been selling very low numbers, just not selling, but because I've only had at one point, I think I had a store in the teens. I think I've been down to 11 listings at one point. And I've had lots of time where I've had under 20 items listed. Yet, funnily enough, I've still been selling daily, pretty much daily. Of course, there are days where you won't get any sales when you have that little listed, but I've been regularly selling, and like I said, my average selling price was good. But I just need to kind of get back to doing some work, basically, is what I'm saying. Thrifty Georgie says hi as well. Gary Nicholson says good to see you on. Antiques, hi there. Thanks for popping in, Walter. DB Resells, Damien. Lark Trading. Lost weight is probably the wide angle lens rather than actual weight loss, Damien, but I do appreciate it. I will continue to use a wide angle lens, but yeah, it distorts you. I think it can make you look thinner, because it does. I can actually go even wider, and then it will make me probably look even more narrow in the middle, scrunched, So I'm guessing that's what it is. But we'll go with that. Yeah, I've lost weight. That's right. No, probably haven't. Consistency has never been your strong suit. The roller coaster is what keeps us intrigued, says Tommy. Yeah, honestly, dude, I've just let it go so badly. Yeah, my eBay store, like I said, I've currently got, I think as we sit here now, I've got 33 items listed. 33. And it's not about the size of the store. This is the thing. I'm not looking to build a 2,000-3,000 item store. I'm just not looking to do that. I don't think that is the way forward. I need to build a store which basically a bigger scale of what I'm doing. Whereas at the moment, if I'm listing things, I'm trying to be picky about it. And I'm listing things and they're selling pretty quickly, and for good profit. I just need to kind of improve that a bit, make it more of make it a bigger scale, I suppose, scale it up. But that's the difficulty. You can't really scale up those kinds of stores. So part of me is I need to niche down again. Basically, I'm very confused. I don't know what I'm doing. I think that's what it is. I'm very confused. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I need to make it work. So I've got a lot of, I don't know, I think I'm going to end up just niching down. I think that's what I'm going to end up having to do. I'm going to have to just find something and just really, I don't know, I'm just going to just start hammering out lots of listings, start promoting just doing all that kind of jazz, and just get the store back up to a more respectable level, because I do need to keep in mind that obviously I'm also working at the shop and doing the website, toy fairs, probably car boots, whatever it takes, to keep the cash coming in. So this is just more of like a catch up, and just to say, hey guys, this is what's going on at the moment, and I need to basically reset, and I need to just get good again. Because I think at one point I could say I was good. I was doing good. I was happy with what I was doing on eBay. Right now is not that time. Like right now, I think eBay is for me has been a shadow of its former self, and that's down to the work that I've not been putting in recently. So I really want to get back to it, and I think with eBay it really does happen very quickly. Like you can think you're doing absolutely brilliantly, and then as soon as you stop doing the work, it's like an instant almost. It's an instant reaction that eBay gives you, and I think it's great for that. Thrifty George says, I need a few of those lenses in low. Have you seen the new trailer for One Piece on Netflix? No, I've not, Thrifty Georgie. I've not. I've got to check that out. A number of listings doesn't matter, but a few hundred of good items is plenty. I stay around 400 because I focus on sell-through rate and ASP. That's just it, Tommy. My ASP, I've managed to get to around, I think it's between 40 and 50 quid, but I need more items, and and the reason why I've not got more items, I'll be honest with you guys, I've not been sourcing like as hard. Like even when I've been going to the car boot, I've been going in the morning, like chilled out with Rebecca, not even turning up super early. And also when I've been there, I've not been as like on it, like I've not been as wanting it. It's all too easy to be like, oh, I'm just walking around, and like chilling and looking at stuff. And you can't be like that. I think, well, you can, obviously you can, but I think like when I personally, for me, what's worked has been being, like the headless chicken approach, just getting everywhere as much as you can, doing many laps, and just being everywhere at once, if as humanly possible. I mean, I found that tends to work, for me. Yeah, so I do find that, and yeah, 50 is, I've been really pleased with that. I've had some really good items. Will says, does the shop at least pay for itself now? It mostly pays for itself, but I'll be honest, we have had months, like, I'll be honest, 2023 has been brutal, and there have been months, I think, where it's probably not paid for itself. But the thing is, with the shop, we always kind of look at it like an overall thing, where like it's storage for the eBay. We do our eBay stuff out of it, as well as doing, toy fairs. We have stock there. We do, all that kind of stuff. So overall, yes, it always does pay for itself, but there have been some pretty like bad months. But some of that is because, again, due to distractions and things over the last few months. Again, I'm not going into like the whys and wherefores, as well as dropping down on eBay. We, for quite a while this year, have only been open like 2 or 3 days a week. Very random, terrible opening times. And you can't do that really on a high street. Well, you can, but you've got to then suffer for it as well. With a shop, you've got to be open, obviously, because the more you're open, the more you're on people's minds. I barely did any, like TickTock was really good for us previously. I've not done any of that recently, comparatively to how much I used to do, and so a lot of, over the past few months, like I said, a lot of things, we just stopped doing it. I don't know what it was, whether it was burnout or something of some kind, but reduced, like at one point we were only open like 2 days a week, if that. And you can't have a shop on the high street and only open a couple of days a week. People don't know when you're open. People always saying, oh, you're never open, and it's not a good look, it's not a good vibe. So we've probably done some damage to the shop in that respect, because I think you do have to be there. Like I said, not going into details and things for that, just because it's not necessary. But going forward, the shop is going to be open like 6 days a week, like it used to be. At one point, we were even open 7 days a week, but I think that was pushing it. 6 days a week is plenty. So the shop's going to be open there. I'm going to be there and I'm going to be busy. That's the main thing. I'm going to be there and be doing eBay. My aim is that for the hours that I'm at the shop, I want to almost feel interrupted by customers. And I don't mean that like not in terms of service. I'm not going to go out there if a customer walks into the shop. I don't want to be going like, oh, I'm always grateful, I'm always happy, always going to provide excellent service. That's not in question. But I want my work day to feel like I'm not just waiting for customers. I'm there working. I want my day to be filled with lots of eBay work, lots of website work. I've not been updating the website in ages. Lots of things haven't been done, and this is me kind of just spewing, really, just letting you know that that's what's been going on. I've not been doing great. I need to get good. It shouldn't just say get good at eBay. It should just say I need to get good. I think I should edit that title now. In fact, I'm going to do it now. The power of the internet. There you go. I'm changing the title of this. Is I need to get good. That's it. That's all I need to do. It's very simple. And this is me just putting that out there into the YouTube universe, so I can just say, yeah, I need to get good, and you guys can all like watch carefully and see if I get good, or if it's just me again, just going, meh, which it possibly could be, but hopefully it won't be. What else are people saying? Fix It for Reselling has popped in. Thank you for popping in. Fix It for Reselling. BCP has popped in, says, sorry I'm late, I was watching the Temu ad. Is Temu the ad where by the way, great to see you, Bumcrack Picker. You know what, it's lovely to see these names. It's absolutely lovely to see these names. It's very heartwarming. Warms the heart. It does. It really does. Bumcrack Picker. I just like saying it, if I'm honest. Bumcrack Picker. Sorry I'm late. I was watching the Temu ad. The Temu ad, is that the ad where they're like, I'm shopping like a billionaire and people are buying all kinds of random things? What is Temu? It seems like it's everywhere. I see that ad often. So yes, I'm not surprised that you've had to sit through that, BCP. Thank you for popping it in. I really do appreciate it. Thrifty Georgie. Hey, how are you, Thrifty Georgie? What is Thrifty Georgie saying? See, even my reading needs to get good. I need to just get good. Just need to get good. Do you think you'll do Whatnot? I don't know at the moment. I feel like it would be good, but I feel like right this moment, I need to concentrate on, I feel if there's one thing that's become kind of obvious is we've taken on a lot of things over the past few years, a lot of platforms, learning how to run your own shop is not easy. Starting to do even markets and toy fairs, that's something that was new to us. Doing that properly is not as simple as just, yes, you can rock up with a table, but I think like with anything, to get good at something, it takes time. So we've taken on like doing your own website. Like we did, sometimes I think maybe we should have gone for the Shopify Wix route, but instead I went through the managed WordPress route, which I'm grateful for now, but it takes a lot of learning. So that we've taken on that, as well as then still trying to do eBay, etc. And I kind of feel like we've taken on a lot of things, and I want to just get my head, I want to just get good at all the things that I'm already doing. I'm already doing a lot of things. So I kind of feel like I need to just get good at the things I'm doing. Eventually, I think it would be a good platform. From what I've seen, it could be a really good platform. Although it seems to be very like card dominated, like trading card dominated. But I think it would be good if I built a following. I think it's really important to have a following. That's another thing I've let slip, especially on TickTok. There was, so we had real results from that platform. Really great platform, by the way, TickTok, guys. Honestly, whatever you think of it, in terms of the content, as if you're not consuming that content, if you're creating on there for your business, it can be really, really good. So I would still suggest to people to check that out. But yeah, so I think I'm going to focus on what I'm doing right now, or all the many things that we're doing, and try to get good. In fact, Rebecca and I are hopefully going to be going to the eBay Open in Manchester, which is in September, just to kind of be around people that are good at eBay, and just to get that kind of whole experience, get that kind of not networking necessarily, but just to hear from the experts themselves, and just to be there, and to learn what we can learn. I think everyone that's been there overall seems to have a pretty positive approach to it. I really liked how Brum Reseller, whose channel I love watching, he seemed really happy about his experience at the eBay Open. He felt like he got a lot of important tips that he's relayed on his channel since. And it's just one of those things. I see what else people are saying. I feel like crap today, but I'm getting better. Thanks, says BCP. Yeah, good to hear, BCP. Hope all is going well. Definitely. Jay Burke, hey, thanks for popping in, Jay. Great to see you live here. Yes, I see I had, says BCP. If Alibaba and Wish had a baby, you'd get Temu. That sounds horrific. Richard Payne has popped in. Hi, Richard. Thank you for popping in. Focus, says Tommy. Focus. Don't spread yourself thin. No chance of that happening, Tommy, honestly, with the amount I've been eating. eBay is king. eBay needs full attention. I think that's an excellent point, Tommy. Kind of like I touched on that, but yes, I think you're right. I think eBay is most definitely king. And like, actually, eBay UK recently, they put up these little kind of promotional ads, like seller stories, and they recently put up a story. The last one, actually, if you go to the eBay UK YouTube channel, their recent video is from a guy that started like a model train eBay store. And he started that only a couple of years ago, like 5 years, I think, or something. And his store is doing really well, getting great guns, achieving the kind of success that I've never seen or even close to seeing. And that kind of stuff inspires you, because you're like, hey, I've been on this platform now for many more years, like, was it like 9 years? And I've ended up almost just literally, I'm starting again, guys. I'm literally starting again. This is what's prompted me to go live, because I'm a complete noob. And that's good in a way, because it allows you to kind of just reset and try to get a focus. But definitely eBay has so much potential. You don't need anything else. You could literally just do eBay really well. And people do that. Will says, when you did the RC parts, do you think it worked better because you had more of a passion for it? No, I think it worked better because it was a niche, if I'm honest with you. I love RC stuff, and it is cool, but I didn't enjoy listing parts. It was actually Rebecca that did a lot of the listing. I kind of did the sorting, like, so she knew what it was, so she knew what different parts were, because in the eBay categories on RC, a lot of people tend to list their parts in just RC parts, like other parts, whereas I was obviously like separating stuff, so we were listing suspension parts in the suspension parts category, drivetrain parts, or exterior parts, or tires, wheels, etc. So that makes a huge difference, obviously getting in the correct category. So I don't think it was necessarily because of passion. I think it was a niche. We found ourselves in that niche, and it was really good for that. And I've never quite done that with the toys and figures and the pop culture stuff, which is kind of strange. I've never quite gone to that level. Like, really, our eBay store should be an extension. We've said this so many times. We should be an extension of what we're doing in the shop and on our website. It makes sense to promote and feed it, but we've never quite transitioned enough to doing that. I always end up just doing loads of general random stuff, taking everything off, putting it on. Not liking to sell it because the margins are not great when you're doing wholesale. But what I should really be doing is focusing our eBay store, and sourcing like used toys and figures. So recently, actually, I had a really nice £100 action figure sale, and that wasn't it wasn't a wholesale order, it was a deal that came to the shop. So I need to really be getting deals coming to the shop. I need to be sourcing at the car boots, at auctions, etc., where the margins are big, and I think I should be listing those items onto eBay and the website, and rather than listing like the new wholesale stuff, there's not worth doing on eBay in my opinion. So I kind of feel like we've never quite done that with this niche. I think it's niching that makes it, because you get regular customers, your shop eventually becomes a destination for customers, and I think that's one of the biggest things. Like my repeat customer percentage used to be so good. I used to get a lot of repeat custom and multiple quantity orders because of that. It really does help. I know people have got different opinions, but having done a niche store and then currently doing like random stuff with high margins, I definitely feel that the niche store has a distinct benefit. I like TikTok. I don't sell on there at the moment. Yeah, says Georgie. Yeah, I've never sold on TikTok, Georgie. It's not something I've sold on. I know there's TikTok shop and you can promote and sell. I've never done that. I just mean it's an amazing app in terms of the audience that is there. The audience that TikTok has, they just seem so like receptive to like for example, I could make a video about a product, and it's not out of the ordinary for even a video which hasn't had loads of views. I mean, none of my videos have gone viral. I've never had hundreds of thousands of views. I think the most views I've probably had is in the tens of thousands on a clip. But those aren't even necessarily the best videos in terms of how they've helped my business. I've had videos with like 1,000 or 2,000 like views or something, and those have resulted in direct sales, or even deals for the store. I just feel like even without a massive reach, the audience it seems to connect you to the right people. That's all. So that's what I mean by TikTok. Silver Manny says hi. Andy Someta says hi. Chrissy as well. Thank you for popping in. I know people are making a killing selling China drones, says Andy Someta. Yeah, drones always do well, I guess. I'm sure that has other meanings. But yeah, it's absolutely, it's just important to kind of have this kind of discussion with yourself, I think. In terms of where you're going, what you're planning to do. And also, I suppose, hopefully some of you might take in, if you've ever been in a similar situation, it's that whole Batman thing, why do we fall, Master Bruce? So we can learn to pick ourselves back up, right? So that's how I'm kind of feeling about this whole thing, really. It's like, I feel like it's time to, brush the dirt off the old shoulder, and just get back to doing some basics properly, like focusing. Oh, you're saying on TikTok, Andy Someta? Yeah, I mean, lots of things sell on TikTok, lots of things, but I'm not necessarily saying directly sell on TikTok. My experience on TikTok has been more just creating random videos about the shop, and those random videos resulting in people actually coming to the shop, or buying from the website. Sorry, I think it just puts you in touch with the correct audience, like local. I don't think it just spams your stuff, which I think is excellent. I'm gonna have to just up the ISO as it's getting darker and darker in here. So yeah, that's my that's basically it, really. That's basically it. How long have I managed to waffle on for? It's half an hour. Is that it? Half an hour? That's not bad. That's not too bad. But yeah, so that's going to be the plan. So a really simple plan. I'm going to source more items, list more, and hopefully sell more. I heard Zahir is starting a Titanic expedition company. Oh gosh, Tommy. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, that's. I'm not even laughing. Fix it reselling. Lee says, I feel you need a structured day. You need to know what you're going to do throughout the day and get it done. I've restructured my week and getting more done. 100% you need that. Yes, no doubt. You do need to you need to have a plan. Like I said, I think for various reasons, everything just slowly but surely I stopped doing all the things I should be doing. Like I said, it resulted in my eBay store now being like under. Well, it's got about 30 odd items at one point with about 11 items. It ended with the shop opening barely twice a week. So it gives you an idea of where my head was at in recent times. But you go through these things, and this stuff isn't meant to be easy. It's the important thing is that I suppose going forward, like I suppose another learning kind of curve thing or another learning experience would be not to get paralyzed, because it's easy to let stress paralyze you, and if you get stressed out about something, it's easy to let that kind of paralyze you, when really what it should be doing is kind of it's how you react to a situation. You don't want to be like a rabbit in the headlights. You want to actually react to a situation. Something's coming for you. You need to be reacting and getting out of the way. That's what I need to be doing. Not just letting everything almost kind of just crumble to the point where it's like, come on, how can you have a high street shop and open twice a week? Come on, how ridiculous is that? Just think how stupid that is, right? You got a high street shop and you're opening like twice a week. Like, just don't. Not good. And you can make all the excuses. It's quiet. And that's what I did. I made excuses for myself. I was like, there's no point in me being there. I need to be there when it's busy. It's not going to get busy if I'm not there. And also, if it's not busy, I should still be productive. I'm at a place of work. I should still be productive. So yeah, just important to point this stuff out, really. Tommy finally realised that selling shoes in the United Kingdom is not a good idea. They don't wear running shoes in England. It was poor research on my part. Only Gore-Tex puddle jumpers. Oh god, that Titanic sub was hidden by KGBs. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. So here you need to move to Delaware. It's much cheaper than living in the UK. Says anytime picker. You know what? I would absolutely love to live in the US. Absolutely would love it. It's a dream. It's still a dream. That should be motivating me as well, definitely. Toys do better here, I'm assuming, as well, as Andy so meta. I think toys do well here. You just have to do the work. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying I have not done the work, and this is my accountability video. I'm being accountable to myself. And just I like doing this. This is like therapy for me. Free therapy. He needs a good slapping. Think positive, mate. Even when things seem bad. Exactly. You can turn it around. Yeah, exactly. That's just it. You can always turn things around. I think it's important to do that. Tommy said that he wants to move to Fiji. There are no resellers there. Oh God. Oh God. I'm sure I'm missing some. I've been so out of the loop as well. It's really important not to be out of the loop. Zahir Tommy pays with gold bars instead of dollars. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me. I've loved watching Tommy's content on Instagram. Every now and then he does his little vids that come up on the feed. It's always good to see, because he's always got a salient point to make. But I really do feel like don't get me wrong, guys. I hope I've not come across as like, oh, I'm just like lost. I think I have kind of lost focus over the past few months and gotten a bit, like wavy, I suppose. But I know what's needed, and because it's not complicated. This is not complicated if you think about it. None of what we do is complicated. It's just about being focused, like Tommy said earlier, like you've said, Lee, as well. Being structured, being focused, these are things that are talked about constantly. But just because they're talked about constantly doesn't mean that they shouldn't continue to be talked about, because just because something is obvious and simple doesn't mean you're going to do it. In fact, it's allows complacency to creep in, which can easily mean that you don't do these really simple things. When you think about it, it's such a simple situation. You go out, you find stuff, you learn how to source good products, you learn how to price them, and you learn how to use good keywords, you learn how to describe, photograph, sell them, you learn how to package them. But unless you do those things, it's just useless knowledge in your head. So yeah, that's how I feel. Now would be a good time to insert ads. The more viewers are watching, the more money creators earn by inserting ads. Give it a try. Wow, that's YouTube there, by the way. That was the YouTube studio just popping up and letting me know now is a good time for me to insert. I'm not going to do that anyway. Etic says, I missed the content, Z. Hopefully I will, not hopefully, I will be doing more content. I'm getting my head straight, and I'm just going to generally do more. I think I've gotten my head where it needs to be. I needed a shock to the system, I suppose, or a realization. Sometimes you need a realization about where you are, what you've achieved, and it can help. And I think I've had that. Sorry for being so cryptic and stuff. It's not really that cryptic. It's just, I just don't feel the need to kind of go into too much into the details of why. I'm just letting you know, I've been really crap recently in terms of my performance, and I want to improve my performance. That's all it is. Actually, Zahir found a house for a great price. Be hard pressed to find anything worth living in here for that price. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't found a house. What are you talking about? Good to hear you're getting back on track with everything. That's the plan, Richard. That's the plan. Thanks for sharing Rebecca's channel, BCP. Silver Manny makes the perfect point. Yes, it's okay to drop the ball, but you need to pick it back up again. Really true. That's just it. It is okay. It's absolutely okay to mess up. And we're humans. We do mess up. We make mistakes. We make judgment errors. All kinds of stuff. Some make more than others, and I'll put my hand up and say I would probably make more than the average person in terms of judgment errors and mistakes. I'm sure I make more than the average person, but that doesn't mean that it's helpless, pointless. It just means it will probably take me a little bit longer to get to my goals than it may take other people. But I need to be comfortable with that. And I'm just trying to focus on that positive side of it. Chrissy says, I'm back in the thick of reselling as my little girl starts school this year. Wow. That's, that time flies, eh? So I have more time again. It's good to see you on here again. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. Really appreciate it. Man alive, time flies, man. That's one of those amazing things as well about all this YouTube stuff, isn't it? You get to see all that kind of stuff happening in front of you. Anytime Bigger saying hi to BCP, who thankfully was sharing Rebecca's channel. I'm sure Rebecca will appreciate that. What else? Anytime Picker Roman's channel is almost at 650. Ooh, quality. Kathy says hi in chat. Hi Kathy, how are you? Just start by listing the dollar amount you want to make each day on the days the shop is open. Thinking of it daily versus a paralyzing big picture works better for me. That's a very good point. I think that's a good point. I think definitely breaking stuff down is something I'm going to work on, making it, compartmentalizing it into a doable task, because there are so many goals overall that you want to achieve, and it's so easy to just get paralyzed, like you said. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely be doing some of that. So yeah, this is all gone over in the past. I appreciate that. So I'm not trying to teach anyone to suck eggs, and I don't mean to bore any of you guys, but I just wanted to share with you guys where I'm at. That's all. And can I just say I'm really grateful that over 50 of you are like in here, listening to me, kind of basically vent and empty my brain. There's not much in there, is there really? BCP, haven't seen you in so long. Hope you're doing okay, says Chrissy. DB Resells Damien says, even Tommy doesn't know. Last year was awful and all of my own making. I reset at the start of this year, and this month is my best since I started 4 years ago. If I can fix it, you can too. That's a really great point, Damien. Thank you for sharing that. Actually, I can relate to that massively. There's no reason why I can't have my best ever year this year. There's no reason. I can easily, I know I can at least get back to where I have been, but there's also no reason why I can't surpass where I have been, because I don't think I've ever been, like, I've never done like exceptionally well. I think I've had good months and good patches on eBay. I don't think we've ever been exceptional though. And yet, so there's still time to do that. And I could probably do that this year if I put enough of the right moves together. It's about doing that. Andy, just don't mess with my friends, says Anytime Vicar. Zahir, I'm originally from Uzbekistan. Oh, okay. Tommy is also originally from Uzbekistan. He just forgot. I don't know what Uzbekistan is like, but I'm sure it's gorgeous. Actually, I bet it's one of those countries which is naturally beautiful. But yeah, so, I don't know what to say. Deep fried deal, says, hey everyone. So here's from I am from Croydon. That's true. Croydon is very hood, for want of a better term. And I think it's gotten even worse over the past few years. Wow. I haven't been, we've not been down south now for quite a while. It's been a long time since I've been. God, I can't remember. It's been a year at least, maybe even more, maybe 2 years. Who knows? But Croydon has gotten. Ooh. It's the country on the border with Afghanistan. And then I'm guaranteeing it's going to be gorgeous. Then I mean, like, beautiful countries. Shame about everything that like happens, and I don't know what the politics are. I'm staying out of that, but I'm just saying they are gorgeous. Some amazing landscapes and stuff there. JJ, Jess, how are you? Thanks for popping in. Reseller Rowboat, Beth's channel 2 away from 900 subs. BCP is the ultimate mod. It's actually nice. I'm sure it is. That's the thing. I'm sure it is. A lot of people really don't know some of the like absolute gorgeous scenery and stuff you can get in those parts of the world. It's just stunning stuff, especially if you're into like photography and stuff. You can do a lot worse, definitely. So yeah. Right, guys. How long has it been now? I think I'm not going to keep you unnecessarily. If you guys have got any questions or something, any topics, I don't know, put those in the chat. Otherwise, I think I'll call it. I've really enjoyed having you all in here and talking to you. It's been great. And I will be updating you hopefully through videos and whatnot of stuff that I'm doing that's going to make things better. Luke's World of Movies and TV has just subscribed. Thank you very much. Man, I missed the crates in the conservatory. Yeah, all the crates are now in the shop, so I'm glad there's no crates here. But I do need to do something. Look, there's a DVD player down there. And you may be asking, why is there a DVD player down there? Well, it's because I had in here yesterday like a 29-inch Sony CRT. Unfortunately, it didn't work. If it had worked, it would have been like a £400 TV. 29-inch 4x3 Sony Trinitron. But it had a power fault where when you pressed it on, it just flashed the red light twice. Something wrong with the power supply. I'm just not messing with it, so it just had to go. Right. No, I'm trying my best to be a bad mod. You're like the ultimate mod, BCB. I don't think you know how to be a bad mod. Right. It looks like an old man's conservatory now. Yeah. People will still buy it. You know what? I couldn't, Andy. You know what the problem is? It was so big and heavy. I would have had to. It was going to be a collection only, which is not a problem. It would have sold, but I didn't want to keep it and get a fraction of what I would have gotten had it been working. I just, so it just had to go. Right. On that note, thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the live stream and you're not already subscribed, please feel free to subscribe. Leave any comment you wish in the comment section, good or bad, mocking or pleasant, whatever you want. Just go for it. Leave a nice little message. I'll read it maybe, and I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Thanks for watching, guys.